Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. The video today is going to be a little bit about math, or how Corel help you in math, or not help you in math, but help you create. And it also is going to be about the clone tool. This is my clone, and if I get the interactive fill tool and change it, look what it does to all the other items in my clone. So if I just reverse these I get a complete different look. So we're just going to rebuild this. Just a couple of simple steps. I must have had two copies. There's a lot of ways you could make that angle. I find it kind of easier just to draw a small rectangle. Let's make it just a 1/2 inch wide. I've got my ratio unlocked by 3 inches long. Now I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. And then I'm going to Control D and duplicate it and then make another one. And then I'm going to take my X cross and it's going to match up right there. Now at this time I could go ahead and weld it and it'll get rid of that line, or I could have just deleted them. Now I'm going to take a 2-point line, and this is pretty important right here, to go from the node to node. And if you look, that node is 0.71 long. That tells us something. That tells us the thickness of this, what I need to move it. So we're going to go ahead and just fill this in with the Smart Fill tool. I'm going to use a blue this time. And I'm going to nudge that down. And now I'm going to take my interactive fill tool with just one selected. And I'm going to go up and I'm going to put a little darkness in that top. That may be too much. Whoop. That looks pretty good. Now, you know what? We could just do that. Let's Control D and make a duplicate and then mirror it. And then that way our interactive fill tool is going to be the same. Now, if you remember the 0.71, and I've got a little bit of a light line there, we could change our nudge factor now to 0.001 and just kind of move one of them over just a little bit. That's just the line that was created there. It's not going to change our shape. Now, I'm going to change my nudge factor. Well, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and I'm going to go up to Edit and clone it. And I'm going to nudge back because I want like 2 inches. Just kind of get it out of the way. And that is our clone curve. So the other one that are there, I didn't make a duplicate. I did not clone it. So let's go to Edit and clone that guy and move that over. So these are our two control curves. Now, if you remember the 0.71, if we go 0.71 and we go hit the plus key, look at that. It put it exactly where it needs to be. Now, if we group this together and we make another measurement, you could do it by eyeball. We've still got to move it to 0.71 in a second, but we've got a node right there and a node right there. So we're at 3.53. So now we're going to change our nudge factor to 3.53. This is a group, so we can just hit it and move it over. Now that looks pretty good, with the exception of this on top of one another. So now we can take our back to 0.71 and either move this down or up. Now that way there's no in between there. Now we could go 3.53. We could actually multiply that, but it's so much easier to just make a copy and just hit it twice and then Control D. And you could keep going forever and ever and ever. Now, here's the clue or the key. We need to go ahead and ungroup everything. Now we got our clone and we can watch what happens. I can move my clone freely. I'm going to zoom in where we can see some of them. Watch what happens when we take the clone and change it. Look at it, changes them all. We'll bring that up and make it black on the very end. Same thing there. You know, I think there's actually probably a way to reverse this, but I've never really figured it out. I need to look into that. So we've changed the clone. Now we could take all these out of the way, and if you didn't like that, you could add a black outline by right-clicking, and it'll have all an outline. Now to get rid of the clone, we need to select it all and go up to Object and break the 82 objects apart. That way we can get the clone out of the way. And the way you would use this for like a backdrop or wallpaper, we're going to Control G to group that. I'm going to go ahead and hit P to put it in the center of the page. And I'm going to take a rectangle, and you'd want to get it even. It's on top so we can see it. And then if we use the intersect tool, now we just have a square or a rectangle of that pattern. And you could have, it doesn't have to be that. This is one thing I like about the intersect tool is you still have your pattern. I mean, you could, let's do a star. You don't have to use that. Maybe kind of one in the center. I'm not in the center. Let's get it in the center. Very easily done with your 4-point cross. Get it right there. And then select both of them and go to intersect. And now you have a star with that pattern in it. So the clone tool and using math makes it quite a bit easier when you're duplicating. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.